Here we go. I have, guess what? A little KitchenAid mixer. I do. Now, this one becomes a bit different. We're going to handle this one in a bit of a reverse order. This one we're going to put the liquid in first. We're going to put in, guess what? 2 cups, 100-degree water. And then to that we're going to add no less than 1/2 ounce of sugar, 1/2 ounce of, you guessed it, salt, and no less than 1/2 ounce of yeast. Incredible. Now we're going to take this and just whisk it together. Just like when you're doing the well of the open doughs, or the bowl dough. You just want to make sure the yeast dissolves, the sugar dissolves, the salt dissolves. Okay? And let us not forget, by any means, our 1/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil. Into the mix. Now at this point, I'm going to add my 30 ounces of flour last. Now I do it this way because I love my mixer, and I really don't want to hurt my mixer. And I have found that if you formulate your mixtures after you discover them and create your recipes, put your liquids in first, put your dry goods on top of it, allow your mixer to run, and it'll never have to run through the strain of turning a dry mix wet. Those of you who tip in your water as you make your doughs and come through the dry point, you'll know what I mean. That's where your machine strains, may snap a shaft or shear a hook. Or, well, I recommend you don't do that. I love my mixer. I want it forever. And if I treat it right, I can have it forever. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and add my 30 ounces of high gluten flour. Turn my little bowl around here. Place my hook in. Got my bowl. Onto my hook. Raise my bowl. And I'm going to turn my mixer on to, okay, the very lowest speed. Perfect pizza dough in 5 minutes. Yes. The dough ball starts to form. This gets rather monotonous and it's quite simple. We'll just go through the process here. remember, the pizza dough you make today, you're making for tomorrow. There is a way to force it, and I can make this dough ready in, say, 90 minutes. By doing a hot proof, basically by cutting it, rolling it into a dough ball, and leaving it at room temperature in a warm spot, and waiting until it doubled in size, about 90 minutes. That would give the yeast the time to activate the dough, and you can get a kind of pizza out of it, with a type of dough that I highly recommend slow proofing. If your dough isn't cured, it's not going to give you those unique effects that you look for in high quality pizza. I highly recommend curing your dough a minimum of 24 hours. 36 is great. 48, if you can get it, is better. But your fridge has got to be very cold. Now at this point, I have a beautifully formed dough ball. It's cleaning up the sides of the mixer wonderfully. I am but seconds away from perfect dough. Now you notice my mixer has not really struggled. It's not smoking. It's not jumping around the table. It's merely working in a straightforward manner. Now I'm going to do an old trick. I'm going to drop a few drops of oil because this dough is actually finished. The bowl is clean. The gluten is developed. Lovely. I'm going to use a few drops of oil to stick the dough so it's easier to remove from the bowl. Only just a few drops. Just an old trick. The oil keeps the dough from sticking to the bowl, makes it much easier to remove. And look, again, perfect, beautiful pizza dough. Let me turn off the 5-minute timer. In 5 minutes. So now we have 1, 2, 3 batches of dough. Beautiful stuff.